drum in the village of Nsamu, people did not speak after dark. At sunset, the elders poured ash on the doorsteps, and the children were warned, do not whistle, do not play, and if you hear the drum, do not answer it. It had always been this way. The villagers did not question the rule. She had raised him until he was 10, then sent him away to be educated. Now, 12 years later, he had come back for her burial. But rules are always broken, especially by those who believe in nothing but themselves. Kwasi, a skeptical young man from the city, returned to Nsamu after the death of his grandmother, Mbala. At the funeral, the villagers beat soft rhythms on talking drums. Kwasi rolled his eyes. These are just old traditions. Empty sounds for empty superstitions. He didn't notice the fear in their eyes when he mocked the drum. That night, they buried Mbala deep in the red earth. But before the last shovel of soil was thrown, a strange wind swept across the clearing, and a single beat echoed in the forest. Doom. No one moved, except Kwasi. He laughed. Who's playing in the bush? You think ghosts are drummers now? The elder woman beside him whispered hoarsely, it has started again. That night, Kwasi stayed in his grandmother's old hut, dusty, quiet, and thick with the scent of dried herbs. He found an old, cracked drum under her bed, wrapped in black cloth and thorns. Curious, he pulled it out and tapped it once. Doom. The sound vibrated through the floor, through his bones, as if the earth itself answered. He stopped. Outside the wind stilled, the trees froze, then from the forest. Doom, doom, doom. 3 slow, heavy beats, then silence. He just handed Kwasi a carved stone pendant and said, if you hear the drum again, run to the river. Spirits cannot cross water. Kwasi, uneasy now, looked out the window. Nothing moved. The night was too still. In the morning, he asked the village chief about the drum. The old man turned pale. It is the Ngoma Yamisamu, the drum of spirits. It calls the dead, who were never at peace. Spirits, Kwasi scoffed. You believe that? The chief didn't respond. From the drum inside the hut, though he had not touched it, faster. That night, Kwasi drank palm wine and laughed alone at the stories. As the moon rose, he heard it again. Doom, doom, doom. Then whispering voices outside his door, soft, wet breathing, footsteps. He bolted the door, suddenly pounding, but not from fists. It beat on its own. Doom, 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 moom. Waiting, he grabbed the stone pendant and the drum and ran. The jungle path twisted, unfamiliar in the dark. The trees groaned. Shadows stretched too far. Behind him, figures emerged thin, tall, with hollow faces and stitched mouths. Their eyes leaked ash. Their limbs jerked like broken marionettes. They did not run. They simply walked toward him, heads tilting, listening for the drum's beat. Kwasi ran harder, heart exploding in his chest. Then the river crossed. The drumming stopped. Your grandmother was its last keeper. The drum holds the voices of those who died unjustly, those who were murdered in secret. It calls them. Your blood awakened it. The figures froze at the edge of the water, watching him. He stayed by the river until sunrise. But at dawn, the chief found him. Should never have touched that drum. I just wanted to know what it was. The chief sighed. Kwasi stared. What do you mean, my blood? If your grandfather was a hunter, he killed men to gain power. The spirits were bound, until now. You carry his curse. Kwasi burned the drum that day. But at night, in his dreams, he still hears it. Doom, doom. He left Nsamu, but no matter where he goes, city, desert, coast, sometimes when the world goes quiet, he hears the drum and the whisper that follows it. We are still listening.